Because I hired Dr. Seuss to do my hair some mornings. Dr. Seuss, more like The Conjuring. You look like the demon hiding in the basement in the dark, all creepy, ready to possess me. No ma'am, not tonight. She's the demon that was in my nightmare last night. I thought that was you. How you doing? Nah, you didn't get me. It was a dream, so it was fake. So you're fake. Now she's following me around during the day. That's not okay. Daylight means I'm safe, right? Hiding under my blanket keeps me safe, right? From her? Please. I feel like she's just looking into my soul right now. Someone help me. If I start talking gibberish, it's her. It's her fault. Apparently, requiring 18 hours of alone time per day to regenerate is problematic. Apparently, just not wanting a boyfriend is wrong. My boyfriend has a problem with me wanting to be single. I don't get it. I don't want him, but I want him at the same time, just in little doses. It is totally healthy to want alone time just to be your own person, you know? You have to have alone time. You can't be too dependent on someone else to keep you entertained constantly. That's bad, because then you're gonna be super depressed every time they leave you to go hang out with someone else, and that causes problems. So, do not lose your individuality. Individuality, I said that weird. You gotta be with someone who likes you for you and will let you keep being you. Does that make sense? Probably not. Sarah, stop trying to give relationship advice. Because dating is exhausting and I like not sharing my snacks. That is so true. In any relationship, you're gonna share your food. Because for some reason, other people's food always tastes better than your own. And it also feels good to waste someone else's stuff instead of yours, because you know you're gonna want it later, so you're saving it, so you eat someone else's plate. And then they starve instead of you. Way better. My boyfriend gets so mad. He's like, girl, I will literally order the entire menu for you so we don't have to share. Don't touch my food. And then right away, I'm like, give me a fry. In a single week, I managed to give myself a 3rd-degree burn with a heat patch, get mauled by a squirrel, and maybe break my toe trying to moonwalk. For my cats, girl. I think we're done here. That explains it. I'm a cat lady, like mega cat. Hey, no judgment. Pets are children. They are my children instead of actual children. They're easier and they're cuter and they don't talk as much. Because I take my superhero action figures to the theater for MCU DC movies so they can watch themselves on the big screen. And they're like, that's gonna be me one day. Yeah, no, it's not. You're not an animation, you're a 3D figurine. Sorry to break it to you, bro. You're gonna belong to my 2-year-old son in a few years. Yeah, I think you're a little too into your Marvel DC characters. You should take your girl to the movies, not your figurines. Or take both. Just hide them in your little wallet. My Tinder opener is choose between a compliment or a roast. I would pick roast. I want to see how creative you get and see if you're too mean, because then that's a red flag. And someone chose both. Okay. So I told her she reminded me of Sid from Ice Age. How is that even the slightest bit a compliment? And she promptly unmatched. Yeah, I understand. But I love Sid from Ice Age. Yeah, I do too, but he's not attractive. Look at him. He's the guy that constantly gets friend-zoned because he's too nice and he's not attractive. So it's like, you're a good friend, but no, I don't want to make out with you. My date pronounced the L in salmon. I understand. Enough said. And I said out loud, well, you're not the one. You didn't get through kindergarten. I love salmon with some broccoli and butter. I tried flirting with a guy by saying his smile is everything. If a guy has a nice smile, that immediately makes him 1,000 times more attractive. Comment below if you agree, ladies. He said he gets it from his mom. Of course! You get all the good stuff from the mom. I replied, your mom must be hot then. Probably hotter than you. Can I meet her instead? She sounds like a hoot. Whenever guys compliment a relative, like they say your mom or your sister is hot, that is a red flag. No, ma'am. I talk to my dogs more than I talk to people. I understand. That would totally be me if I had dogs. I keep trying to decide between a little fuzzy purse puppy or a huge Doberman that's 200 pounds. I want both, and I want them to be best friends and to sleep with me in my bed every single night. On my last date, the guy asked me to tell him a joke. I replied, I'd tell you a chemistry joke, but all the good ones are gone. That's one of the elements on the periodic table, whatever. When he looked at me confused, I followed up with, all the best jokes have to be explained. I highly disagree. A good joke is a joke that doesn't need to be explained in detail. You just suck at telling jokes, or you have like lame nerd jokes. I think Doritos are too sharp. They are. They stab your throat and slice it on the way down. So I bite off all the corners first before I eat them. I call them Rounditos. I'm honestly not a Dorito person. I prefer the Cool Ranch over the nacho cheese, but I don't like Doritos that much. I prefer plain potato chips over Doritos. Comment below your favorite chip. I foster and rescue the loves of my life. Aw, I want to foster. My ex told me if I brought one more dog home, he was gone. Bet. I brought 2 for insurance purposes to make sure he was gone forever. And I got the biggest ones possible. 200-pound German Shepherd, 500-pound Doberman, he was gone. I get it, girl. Do not make me choose over my pets/children. Whoever says that a dog can't be your child, they've never had a dog, at least one they liked. I went out with a guy who was super into Star Wars. Red flag. For me. He asked me if I saw Return of the Jedi, and I said, is that the one with the coked out teddy bears? I think so. My dad made me watch them. He was not amused, and there was no second date. You do not joke around with someone's favorite movies, especially Star Wars. Those guys are hardcore fans. Like, they know the actual timeline of all the movies, and it is all over the place. It's so confusing. I have various pillows with actors' faces on them. My fave 2 are of Danny DeVito. Well, that's not creepy. Girl, no one's gonna wanna get in your bed when you have a bunch of different men in your bed already, just staring at you while you're cuddling. I mean, Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp, I love that guy. If he was in the bed, I would totally be down with that. But Danny DeVito, no. He's funny, but not cute. If I'm on a date where we end up going somewhere alone, I automatically ask the other person, are you going to kill me? Well, they are now. I think it's funny, but it creeps most people out. I tried to stop it, but I can't. I have said that before, like, oh, are you a serial killer? Because it sounds funny, but then what if they were normal, but then you gave them that idea and it unlocks like some deep, dark, weird personality trait, and then they want to kill you because you said that? That's your fault. The last time I had a guy over, I showed him my sculptures I made from red mini Babel cheese wax. He didn't come over again. Yeah, because you're a serial killer if you do that. If you have any kind of collection with wax, I don't care what form it's in, you are a murderer. Guaranteed. Where I live is so remote that these are my only prospects. I am never gonna date a guy that lives in the middle of nowhere. He is definitely gonna kill me and throw me into a pile of a bunch of other dead bodies that were first dates. Guaranteed. All these people just wanna kill me. That is why I could never get back into the dating world. I'm way too scared. By the way, girls, never go on a date with a guy in a secluded area for at least the first 3 dates. Preferably longer until you get to know them well enough to where you are comfortable and you know they're not gonna try to kill you. Always meet in a public place like a Starbucks or, depending how old you are, like a bar, restaurant type of thing. Don't go to their place, don't go hiking in the middle of the woods, and don't go on super long road trips until you are like for sure gonna marry them. I literally fight imaginary people in my sleep and once broke 3 fingers punching a wall. Safe to say I'm doing the world a favor sleeping alone. Like Jake Paul, you think you can fight? Try to fight me in my sleep. Bet. 3 seconds KO, pop, 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 out. My ex and I did laundry together and we broke up because he could not admit that my way of folding towels and sheets was the correct way. He couldn't admit he was wrong. He thought he was right, but he was wrong. Hey, fitted sheets, those things are so freaking hard to fold. I just bunch them up in a little ball and throw them in a drawer. My last girlfriend said I chewed like a horse eating toffee. I cannot stand people who smack, chew with their mouth open, or breathe super heavy while they're eating, like no, you're not a cow, you're a person. Because I get mad at people for things I dreamt that they did. Girl, you need to chill. Just because someone does something in your sleep, not even their dreams, you dreamt that they cheated on you. Girl, that's yo head. Probably just like random insecurities you have about your relationship bouncing around in your brain, so you have this weird dream at night. That's on you. They didn't come into your dream and cheat on you to try to get away with it in some weird spiritual realm. No. That's because I choose fries over guys. Amen, sister. I love fries. With ketchup or chili and cheese, yes. But yeah, go ahead, click the screen, subscribe, watch another video, and I'll see you tomorrow.